What the? Oh shit! I did.
Yeah. She did a wonderful job, man. I really appreciate I really appreciate it, man. So that's
Oh yeah,
probably what it is,
yeah,
Jizz.
yeah.
They just
Throw that
wanted
shout out for the shirt, man. Throw that
yeah,
shout out for the shirts.
Designed by Miss Dorothy, and don't forget the mug as well. Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Miss Dorothy for the personalized shirts and chalices, man. Hey, beautiful, man. Beautiful work. We appreciate you.
Thanks for the new subscribers and all that other good stuff.
Absolutely, man.
Oh, for sure, man. Motherfuckers is jumping in. Ain't jumping in.
Oh yeah.
I hope so.
Who's that?
Ain't nobody jumping into this shit. We got one viewer. Yeah, but what up to that one viewer?
DJ LOH in the house. That's all right, man. That's all right. Hey, the things, everything didn't start off with a big bang, man. Just the universe, they say.
Yeah. All right, man. Where we going?
Shit, man.
Ready to rip?
Let's
For a
get it
second. I'm
going,
trying
man.
to get this motherfucker to
Oh,
load
okay.
up.
I'll fall fam.
God, just stop rushing me, homie.
How you been, Ed?
Oh man, pushing the push. Same old
There
shit.
you go. I was just
Pushing the
telling me and Drew was just talking about the fact that whenever you ask somebody who ain't rich how they doing,
Yeah.
it usually
get
come
one of
back
those.
to just happy to be alive, man.
Dude, like I said, my partner hit me one time, checking in on him. I was like, how things been going? Well, at least I got clean drinking water. Well, damn, Chief, I'm gonna check back in on you a little bit later once your your spirits get a little higher. Because goddamn, man, you ain't gonna bring me into that sunken place.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's depressing.
Hey, but it's the fucking truth, though.
I mean, not you ain't talked to the dude in fucking 4 months, and he hit you with some shit like that. It's like,
that
okay,
is true.
family.
I'm sorry. You're absolutely right.
There's no doo-doo in my water. Oh, I'm here. Glad I ain't got to worry about hookworm. Stuff like that.
The Legionnaires ain't caught up with me yet.
Oh man,
What the fuck?
wow.
Made it through that new COVID mutation. It's the most dismal thing. Like,
Well, the doctor said I got cancer in my balls.
right?
Wow.
or he said it ain't spread to my liver.
Man, y'all niggas still talking that old motherfucking shit. Well, they're gonna take your old lefty. Lefty about to
Right.
go.
But then when it's people with money, they be like, "How was your week?" You were there. Like, oh, dude. But don't tell the peasants. We don't want to speak out loud. You're like, man, come on, baby. Episode 217, Youngstown's Tree PMD, featuring Jay Drizzy, the man in the myth that explains the man in the myths. Yeah.
It's time to rock this motherfucker. Read the hard way.
Yeah. Legendary sound of D. John Brown. Yeah. You've been waiting all day.
It's time to rock this motherfucker.
This is the No Cussing episode for Old Painless. We're going to see how far he goes. That's right. You're now rocking with the best. Youngstown Zone.
It's time to rock this motherfucker. Read the hard way. Thank God, Eddie P. Read the hard way.
Featuring the man in the myth who explains the man in the myth.
It's time to rock this motherfucker. Read the hard way. Thank God, Eddie P. Read the
Like we
hard
always
way.
do about this time. Anything that comes out of my mouth and the quartermaster's mouth do not represent the views and opinions of Mr. Eddie Ruxpin. 2022's very own Mr. 2020. For all you night owls out there, Mr. Turning Off the God dang all nights. And you know him and love him. The lady of the house's very own. 1/3 of 3 PMD's very own. Or should I say 1/4? Youngstown's very own. You know him and love him. DJ LOH's very own high value man, Mr. Eddie. God dang on. Coppola. Shout out. Oh, Money. Rest in peace, K. Slade. Shout out DJ Clark Kent. One of them other ones.
Kid Capri.
There you go. C. Staples, Mill Creek Park. And let's get it going. Let's fight this evil.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ LOH. Yes. On the ones and twos.
Shout out Bobby Rogers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uptown Kiwanis.
Yes.
Steel Valley Conference.
Crandall Park.
Crandall Park, baby. The legends.
Right. Jay's
Falls
famous hot
Park.
dogs.
Cleveland Playground.
Jay's famous hot dogs.
Home of the shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that oil on top for me, son.
You're right.
Get that oil on top.
What's up to everybody that's joined us in the chat rooms? Hey, and to all you people, the new ones coming through and not subscribing, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to make it to 1,000. So yes, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.
Yeah, like
that
share.
shit.
Yeah,
There
like
are
share.
other
subscribe.
people in the world that like to hear people talk with wayward morals like us. So please share that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Other people want to just spread that bullshit in the world, want to hear about it and laugh and roast a motherfucker. Come on now, share that shit.
Right. Hey, shout out to
Damn.
everybody in the room. Dark Strizange, Mrs. Diaz, DJ LOH. She says, hi, fellas. Yeah.
And also, we got that QR code up here at the top right corner. Please click that motherfucker and send us some cryptocurrency. You got to help support the channel in some way.
Yeah. Please click it so they don't make it cover up my face. Let's get it.
Man.
Oh, all right. Let me see. What's on the top of the agenda? Oh, that's right. Somebody went ape shit.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. And shit, I can't find a goddamn clip. Let me find it.
It be like that
You didn't go
sometimes.
ape shit. It's just you crossing that line.
Oh,
Yeah.
cross
So
that line.
you just what Charlie Murphy say? An
Habitual line
line-
step.
Yeah,
A
cross
habitual- yeah.
line stepper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I was
what he
thinking
did.
it.
And trying to get famous, and that's what's gonna happen. You know.
And
All right. So for all of you guys that don't know, some clown was sitting behind Mike Tyson on a JetBlue flight and got real too familiar with old boy. Started throwing water bottles at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson turned around and asked him to please stop. The motherfucker
Wow.
continued on.
Wow.
And Mike is only so far into his treatments. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
him being a better person.
right.
This motherfucker beat the brace off of Roy Jones Jr. not too long ago.
Right.
You know, it just and before that, he was talking about licking the asses of toads and seeing God and shit. And he didn't want to touch a boxing ring or nothing. And he lost his shit on you. Like you put this brother back so far. Like when I saw it, I automatically thought about that scene in Baby Boy. Like, motherfucker, I got 2 strikes.
Right.
hey man,
Yeah. I mean,
I
that's
think-
what it was.
I think this was the dude he was talking to that day when he told him he was going to screw him till he loved him. Like,
Eat his kids.
I think he finally caught dude, man.
Hey man, there should be a clause in the fight. If somebody say some shit like that, you should be able to back out and
should be
get
able to-
paid. Did you hear what he said to me? I can't go in the ring with him.
You should at least get half your purse.
What if I
Something.
lose?
Yeah.
What if I lose?
You know for a fact he could take it.
I'm fighting for more than the purse.
Right.
He gonna take it. No, you fighting for your purse. He gonna take
Yeah.
it from
Your
you.
mail purse.
Your man
Yeah.
purse.
Yeah.
You know what I
Nature's
mean?
pocketbook.
Mhm.
Right. Hey, listen. This is the thing, man. We all I think we seen the video. First of all, this dude was came out later on that the dude was I don't know if he was a convicted convict or something like that, but he had run-ins with the law before. And Mike Tyson is just one of those people. If you follow him, you know that his life. He's one of these cats who has really never had a peaceful moment since he was a child, man. Brownsville, Brooklyn. Um, homeless at times. Mom passed on him at a young age. Boxing was his way out of poverty. Bullied as a youth, but boxing was his way out of poverty. Things happen. My man did some time for things that people don't believe are true. Had a woman that didn't love him. Daughter ultimately passed away. My point in bringing all of this up is that's trauma, man. And we notice about this, man. There's people walking around every day. We don't know what the tail of the tape is with them. And the sad thing is, you got people like this guy. I'm not even going to say this gentleman, but this guy up in the right hand corner, who, as my comrade say, you want to be a habitual line stepper. Like, I don't know if this was, as the new generation says, clout chasing, or he was trying to get some money. But you got to watch what you bargain for, man, because his forehead is saying, "Yo, this didn't go the way I thought it was." His forehead is telling a completely different story, of what went down with Mike, man. Gotta leave people alone.
Shit, this boxing record should have said something to you, man. Like,
some people think, what, you think he can't knock you out in flight?
and when I saw it, I automatically thought about the roast of Charlie Sheen. When Patrice O'Neal got on stage. And here, I got the clip. Let me show you this.
Listen to what he says about Mike.
You done broke the volume, man.
Yeah.
You done broke the damn volume.
So listen, basically what Patrice said is, basically he was uncomfortable at how comfortable white people are around Mike Tyson now. Like, people used to be afraid of this guy, and for good reason. I mean, this cat, they got pictures of this dude on his front lawn in draws with a tiger. Like, this is not somebody you go throwing water and water bottles at, man. And
didn't Prince do it first?
Wow.
Wow.
You motherfucking man.
Wow.
You always taking it there, man. God dang.
They ain't some shit hard than them motherfuckers used to do back in the day.
You said what?
He made it hard.
Don't talk about the purple one, man. Wow. What you talking about? Is he talking about when he was crawling across that floor?
He put respect on laying half naked with your kitty.
Listen, man. Hey, you gotta leave people alone, man. And for anybody, that's like, hey, Mike went too far, man. As my mother would say, you go piss up a rope, man. You can't go.
That's a great saying.
Yeah, you can go piss up a rope, yo. You can't poke a bear and then get mad when it knock your head off, man. You gotta leave people alone. Like I said, man, this person got trauma, man, and too often we see this. This is reminiscent of these YouTube videos where these cats go in the hood and start messing with the people there, just saying little shit like you excuse me, little stuff like you want to hold my balls, and the cat is like, what?
Oh man.
And then right when the dude sock him in the face, he pull out some golf balls. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what you're doing, man. Leave people alone.
Yeah, not people, Mr. Tyson. Not
Absolutely.
just people, man. It's a level of respect, man. You
There
just
you
don't
go.
do no buffoonery like that with this man. I mean, dude, he just got out the ring not too long ago, man. He's still sharp.
Ironically, man, he's one of the nicest individuals I've ever met that's of celebrity. He's in the top 3 that I've met. And I think he was just down to earth, humble guy, man. I just don't see why somebody would try him like that.
Clout chasing, man. It's this new generation, man, who don't respect, the respectable.
And my thing,
he done paid his dues and then some. And for him to go backwards, all the millions that he have, his legacy gonna say, remember that time when he knocked some white dude out on JetBlue? Not a
Right.
private plane,
Right. JetBlue.
JetBlue.
What was
What the
Mike
fuck
doing
is-
on JetBlue?
Right.
That's what
Exactly.
people gonna say.
Yeah.
And,
See what I'm saying?
and this about Mike admit he ain't got money like he used to. I'm sure he got millions, but it's
It
like
ain't like that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like Mr. Fonzarelli said, man. Look, man, he just got out the ring, but to be honest, I think out of a 24-hour day, his mind is still in the ring 23 of those hours.
Facts.
Yeah.
You leave cats like that alone, man.
Facts. And
He got an alarm clock, but he don't wake up till he hear that ding ding in his head, man.
wow.
Hey, he was on Joe Rogan. I want to say almost the day before that,
Yeah.
because he's out on this cannabis tour promoting his his cannabis line, and he
Okay.
was just talking about scenarios like that in his past, and failing the test, if you want to call it that, but
Right.
knowing that people come for you when you have that notoriety, that fame, and
My thing
that
is, dude,
name.
just look at Mitch Green
I
eyes
was
still
just
ain't
about
went
to
down.
say it. Hey, he still got a pack of frozen lima beans on his eye.
He got
Yeah.
a bag of chopped greens or something on that damn face because come on, man, he hit that dude square, and then dude had Mike Tyson hit you and dot your eye, and you still got the audacity to talk shit
Yeah, they said
afterwards. I mean, something's wrong with you. And Mike said he hit him and he ran. You know what I
After
mean? Because of how
70-something
hard he hit him.
stitches, yeah.
Pretty much like I just killed him.
That's the one he broke his hand on, right?
Yeah.
yeah. After
He broke his
70-something odd stitches,
When
he
he
put
said
70-something odd stitches in that man's face.
he was like this when Mike was doing his Broadway show, he was talking about the incident. Was like this he was like, I have a speech coach now, and I'm trying to work on these big words. This uncouth motherfucker,
Right.
disrespecting my Rolls Royce or whatever, so he put hands on him.
Did he ever?
Damn. Like, dude, there isn't a pair of glasses big enough to cover that damn that dot. Kind of look like old boy's eye with old boy from Texas a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
With the Ugas.
Yeah,
With the
Ugas.
broken orbital.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He gonna
Got
have
the
the audacity.
tenderizers put on him.
Yeah, he gonna get mad about why he stopped the fight. Like, dude, you can't see.
Man,
That's part of boxing.
look, his old lady was in the audience. Like, he's good. And I'm like, baby, no, he ain't.
You
You don't love your man.
You
You don't
do
love
that.
your man. Because I watched the epilogue of that. And she
Yeah.
was in the back like, you still a champ. My man just busted out crying. I don't know how any tears made it out that eye.
Wow.
But
Yeah. Man, that was bad.
Yeah, he put him in the hospital for a couple of days.
man, man, that eye looked like a piece of dragon fruit, yo. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
hey, you got to leave people alone. But that's how Mitch looked. That's how Mitch looked. You know what I mean? Mitch,
Yeah, he practically broke that dude's face, man. For real.
Yeah, he hit him clean.
He laid him out.
Mitch looked like he saw Jesus, and Jesus said, "Listen, I'm gonna send you back. I can't fix that eye."
Yeah, but if you stay on this fuckery, I'll see you soon.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Leave him alone.
No, and then I'm giving you, like you said, I'm gonna let you bounce back from this one. You might not have 20/20 vision no more, but you
Right.
will be back. You
Right.
know, I could only imagine being on the street and hearing that sound. If you never heard anybody get stole on in the face, not the body,
Yeah,
the face, that flesh on flesh, knuckle meeting cartilage
yeah.
sound is
Yeah.
something that will shiver your damn
You know,
bones,
you
man.
know
if
what
you
it
hear.
is. You
Yeah.
know what it is.
It's definitive.
Thank you.
Very
You know what that sound is.
Oh yeah.
When Mitch got up, he was a devout member of Jimmy Swagger's church. He said, "I can't do this no more." Like,
Devout.
yeah, man. Hey, listen, homie, right here. I'm gonna say this. You better be glad that man was just smacking you. Better be glad that man was just smacking you. And it's not just it's not just Mike, man. People like to mess with brothers, man, because it's a different kind of recourse with the law for us. But yeah, and see, he may not know Mike's history like we know, but one thing that Mike can't run from
Learn
is
today.
Mike can't run from is his past, and he probably think that Mike, his history with the law, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, you gonna learn today, youngin.
Yeah.
And that's why you got duck lips right now. So that's why you got the blue steel poles from Zoolander. So
I hope if he want to try to press charges, I hope the judge put his ass in jail for being that damn stupid.
I was about to say, have any of y'all ever heard of inciting violence?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I went to OU, when I was in college, they had a law. They told us they had a big assembly meeting, whatever. When we first started, they said, you can't N-word, B it up. It said any of those words that you say before somebody smacks the fuck out of you will get you arrested.
Right.
Especially if there's witnesses that say that's what you said and cause the person to have to go upside you.
Yeah, you're antagonizing the person, man. People, you ever notice people don't say things like, "Oh, it's freedom of speech" when they doing something decent? It's always,
right.
Oh, I got freedom of speech when they being some loathsome member of society. You dig? Like it's always some racist saying, "Oh, freedom of speech," or a comedian or somebody that want to take. Like, see, I'm not one of these people that believe in like, oh, I'm a comedian. I was making a joke. Like the stage is sacred. If you're saying it on the stage, you can get away with it. But anywhere else, man, a lot of times you using that as an excuse to get your funky off. And when you start being ended it up, you know what I'm saying, to somebody, you asking for something, man. It's that doctrine of clean hands thing. You can't go say, hey, somebody was doing something to me and your hands ain't all the way clean.
Right.
So yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this was a 5-minute conversation, but yet, we had to go in depth, because we know better. When you know better, you do better.
You know better, you do better.
And now this young man, he gonna know, watch out for that 2-piece on the plane.
Right.
Flying is forever going to be changed in this young man's situation.
Usually you get peanuts and water on the plane.
Right.
You got a 2-piece and a biscuit.
A little bit.
Shit, I bet you he get off that plane talking that Delary shit. Nigga, you hit like a bitch.
Probably.
Yeah.
He was the heavyweight champ. Come on, bro.
That's all right.
Yeah. You know what's coming.
Man.
This dude's got a social media channel on the way.
Right.
He kind of looks like that Richard Spencer dude from the alt-right too.
Wow.
He probably is one of them, man.
It's gonna be
come on, man.
Man, next
dude, make a
slash Dylan Roof
man. Damn.
He got one of them haircuts that go with khakis and a tiki torch.
Okay.
Get him out of here.
All right, man. Get that clown off this.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Oh shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Blast from the past, man. Original member.
Founding member, Arabian Prince of hip hop's NWA, goes from straight out of Compton all the way to healthcare in the metaverse. So I guess when he wasn't recording with the group, he was programming computers.
How about that?
Yeah, 14 to 16, he learned how to code and do all that, he said.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, all these motherfuckers, they're not stupid. This was just a persona.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All this, they put that shit on like an outfit. None of them did that. Q, college bound, Easy, damn right, invited to the White House.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, genius is unmatched. And Arabian Prince, all these guys came together. I'm not surprised they came out with the sound they came out with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's genius and everything, then let's not forget about the DLC, and his penmanship.
Man.
It was a perfect time, man. Yeah, perfect time.
And you know what, man? We can call him Gusto or whatever, but you know what, man? Brothers knew how to package it. They knew how to package. And sometimes, man, hey, look, man, we can eat 5 candy bars, but the packaging is what's gonna sell. The one that you swear taste the best, and they all taste the same. These cats had amazing skills, man, on the mic, production wise, Easy E business wise. Hey man, they just wrapped it up in that, man. You got a
Hey,
lot of
man.
guys like, oh, they wasn't really down with that. I mean,
Come on, man. I mean, they're entertainers. They're playing a role. Think
right.
about it. You fucking Luther Vandross wasn't fucking all them bitches. You
Hey,
know, like
hey man,
that's
let's
entertainment.
stay in pocket with
just
with these
saying.
rappers.
Wasn't he though? Wasn't he?
Come on, man.
Wasn't he though?
Let the dead rest, man. Damn.
What?
I'm just saying, man.
Wasn't
You
he
know,
though?
Nobody
Freddie
got
go
to talk
get
about
you.
who he was playing Pokemon.
Bobby Brown
with.
was though, for real, real talk. Bobby Brown
Yeah,
was.
Bobby
But-
was.
but
and
why-
Johnny.
Bobby was.
why has everybody got to be like fucking real in gangster rap? Like, what kind of shit are we pushing?
No, and that's real. That's real. You know what? I always said, like, hey man, Al Pacino never had to be in the mafia to play Michael Corleone. You understand what I'm saying? Neither did Rob De Niro. It's only with our entertainers. Oh, he ain't real. He got to be real. Man, so what? He not paid to go out and bang on another brother, man. He paid to rap to you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like the standards we hold some of our own too, man, is wild, man. Oh, Rick Ross was a CEO. All right. So he was out earning a living. What you gonna do? But so
That's a little fucked up. He need to get that name back.
what's that?
Rick Ross.
Are you
Yeah, fuck him. He needs to get that name back. I'm sick of Rick Ross getting the real Rick Ross, Freeway Rick getting fucking robbed, man. I mean, Snowfall and his whole fucking name, his background.
let me say
everything.
this. Let me say this.
But-
Go ahead. I want to say
Yeah, but that's what happened to the real. The real always get mimicked. Like Jay-Z, that wasn't his life; it was his homeboy's life. On Reasonable Doubt, he's talking about his homeboy, the dude that's giving him, like, hey man, why don't you holler at me? You know what I mean? But Jay won't reach out to him. But the dude he based his, his one of his biggest albums, on, he don't fuck with him no more. He, just put on people's personas like an outfit.
Yeah,
And that's what it was at that time or whatever, like, let me put on this LA Raiders hat and these Dickies, but then after they say cut, you know what I'm saying, these motherfuckers get back to their studies.
I mean, my thing is this, man. It's kind of hard to have sympathy for a cat who pretty much flooded the inner cities of America, or not by himself. He was backed by a powerful empire, but he flooded inner cities full of people that look like him, with stuff that automatic that ultimately affected generations, man. Babies born with that stuff, and yeah, nothing was forced on anybody, but he had a hand in that. And when asked did he feel like he was doing anything wrong, it was because it was the thing to do back then. And I mean, if you watch Snowfall, you see the impact that crap had, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it, the real, but the real ain't always right, man. So
what I'm saying is, man, if these cats would have took that persona off when they did interviews and would have just dropped some shit like, hey man, yeah, I'm doing computer programming when I ain't rapping about hood shit.
Think about that time.
That's
Like
what I said,
he even said,
packaging.
he was like, it wasn't cool. Nobody want to
Yeah.
talk about code. I mean, that's up here. They like, what are you drinking? St. Ides or Colt 45? That's the conversation.
let me
They're
say,
not talking about code. And he was like, man, I don't want any of that shit. I'm getting on this new high tech, freeway, and I'm trying to make it happen. And that's
Right.
what he did.
Dark Strange is in the chat, man. I'm sure he probably know which festival I'm talking about. But there was a festival I think up in. We talked about this one show I want to say, but briefly, it's this festival that cats will go to every year trying to get a deal. And the guy was interviewing him, telling him to spit. It was gangster this and coke that and bricks this. And
Yeah.
when he asked him what they did, I'm a school teacher. I'm a bus driver. I'm this, I'm that. And he was like, well, why y'all rapping about this? They was like, man, we write positive stuff. This ain't what the labels want.
Yeah.
Same
yeah.
reason why,
Right.
Pusha T is on the top of the billboards and X Clan is not.
There you go.
You
Why
know,
isn't
that concert shit don't sell.
listen?
It
Why,
feels good, but it
there
don't
you go.
sell.
Let me tell you what did Jay say? Sometimes I
I
feel like
used,
rapping like common
Common-
I
sense,
used to want to
but I
rap
did
like Common
5 mil.
Sense.
I ain't been rapping like
Like
common
common
sense.
sense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wise Intelligence spoke on that. You know what I mean? The change in the music industry, and you know, it's just, man, all of this is engineering, man. You know, what's being put into somebody's head, man. You
Like I
know,
said, we were conditioned, you know what I'm saying? Because we actually listened to the music
right,
and what these cats said, we followed. Like what Cube
right.
say, stop drinking, 8 ball because St. Odds is giving ends.
There you
So we
go.
went from one fucked up malt liquor to another one. You know
Right,
what I mean? Just because, of the pay, stop wearing Raiders because Al Davis never paid us. You know what I mean?
right,
He was telling us, dude, get your own shit.
right. I mean, they even did a song telling us not to curse. Jack the Rapper and PMC in Philly. Thank you, Brad. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, and all of these cats was just regular working class brothers, man. And it's sad, man, because you know, the powers that be, and when I say the powers that be, Mr. Drizzy can elaborate on that. They know young minds are impressionable. Wise Intelligent talked about Young Buck, formerly of G Unit. He had a song about police brutality. But when he went to the label with the song, they cut it from the album, talking about it would incite police violence. But like the other 12 tracks was about killing brothers and sisters ain't nothing but HOs and, female dogs and all of that. So,
Right.
and this is what you listen to. So then when you get somebody going in there with a positive message, it's hard to compete with that, man. That's why you had Black Thought talking about, oh, I can be gangster. That's why you had Talib Kweli talking about, yeah, I can be gangster too. Like, come on, B, that's not what you know what I mean? That's not
You're
what
a
people love
backpack
you for.
rapper. Yeah.
You're a
You're
backpack rapper, man.
Yeah.
We love you for quality. Type
Yeah.
to make you
Yeah.
rock your body. You know what I mean? Stop that, man. Stop
Hey man,
that.
but they got bills to pay too. And they see the
You know
charts,
what?
they
You're
see the
right.
numbers. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Right.
seriously, what GQ just announced that Future is the #1 best rapper,
That's
You know what?
crazy to me.
Right.
and Questlove got in there and was like, have y'all seen Black Thought's Funk Flex freestyle? That 10-minute,
Man,
and
listen.
then you want to say, and you want to say that he's because of his consistency, and I mean they only go by numbers. They're not going by the
No, they're
quality,
not.
the body of work or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because Black Thought he's it, but yet we don't hear about him.
And
You
no,
know what I mean?
and nobody. Let me tell you something. That album, Thought had one of the hardest albums that nobody talked about. Tigolo, Fonte from
Yes,
Little
sir.
Brother,
Yes, sir.
and Foreign Exchange. I got his last album.
Man,
It's
stop that. Yeah, that's
come
where it's
on,
at.
man. You
That's
see
where
what
it's
I'm
at.
saying?
Hey,
That
Yeah.
LZ that y'all provided, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
You-
saying? Like,
you fellas are stacking up topic after topic that I just, oh my goodness.
well,
I'm sorry.
Drizzy, you part of the show, man. What's up?
Woo,
Holla at us.
woo,
Jump in, man.
I don't think y'all want to hear what I got to say.
You talk about it.
All
Because
right, first of
we
all,
want, we're gonna get to the healthcare portion of this, but go ahead with it.
Rick Ross don't need to give nothing back. First and foremost, that is hip hop. It's a hustle.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's saying
I got
everyday
you.
shit in the flyest way possible.
There you go.
And over aggrandizing your whole, swag. So I agree with Tech on one hand from what the standpoint he was coming, but how can you be real when you're poisoning your people on that level and you're working with the man to do it? I mean, ain't nobody flying planes in the hood. Don't nobody own a Cessna. Nobody own a boat.
Yeah, man.
Niggas don't even go fishing.
But when
You know what I'm saying?
when a brother's stomach is growling, hey man, he ain't worried
When the
about
hungriness, what it say?
when
When the
that set in,
hungriness grows,
yeah. When your stomach
teeth
start to
start to
touch your
show.
back, yeah.
And
That's
it's,
what
Scarface
cats-
said you got to get the fuck out the house.
and that's why I can understand what Mr. Kobler was saying about going in which way the wind blowing. It's like, I can't, and this is, I'm paraphrasing what Wise Intelligent is saying, but he said, "Yo, how can you expect, a kid, not to do a certain thing when he won't turn down $500 just to move a package across the street because he hungry. You know, he said our people are in want of all things. So if it means, all right, man, look, who was the cat that used to what was the rock star, man? He used to Alice Cooper. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cleveland.
that's one of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, homie used to bite the heads off everything.
That's him or Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Either or. Go ahead.
Yeah, Alice. They said Alice, along with the one dude, School's Out for Summer. Alice Cooper. He said you used to do the devil worship music. They said they showed this cat house. He take all that crap off, go home. He playing golf, man. It's a persona, man. You know, it's
Yep.
But see, here's
Yeah.
the difference. The difference is they understand that it's simply art imitating life.
right. Absolutely.
But
They
in
hear
our
that-
community,
Yeah.
life imitates art.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
We are the artistic mind. We are the creative dark matter consciousness of the entire universe. If black people don't believe it, it doesn't exist. That's why they can't stand when we don't pay them no attention when they're in the room. They want to act like they're afraid and they're in danger. But the truth is we don't even notice you unless you're bothering us.
But Mr.
Look at the
Drizzy-
Mike Tyson situation. hold on.
Right. No,
So-
get it,
so-
get it,
so-
get it, get it.
So Eminem, it took a white rapper to say entertainment is changing, intertwining with what do you say? Entertainment is changing, intertwining with gangsters. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. Holy or unholy, only got one homie. Only this gun, because don't anyone know me. So my one homie, because don't anyone know me. So he's trying to tell you in that album, right? If you check out that Encore album, he spit at the white music industry, because you said I was going to go in on, I'm doing it. Who these people are, who's exploiting us, right, for our gifts, and taking our gifts and using them as an attack on the youth as far as their growth in their mental, what's the word I'm looking for? Their mental capacity, to go past their potential to reality, right? And so we're limiting their options by saying that this art form is justification because it's imitating a lifestyle or two that we see growing up.
Right. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
The art. I'm not even gonna be long-winded because you said it perfectly. I was just gonna say, man, the art is imitating life. And in layman, what I'm saying is, you got a lot of these cats, man. How they trying to reach the youth, but they know they can't do it unless they look and sound like them. You know what I'm saying? Think about how many people Nip was listening to Nip, right? This is a rolling 60 Crip, but he talking about coding. You know what I'm saying? Starting businesses, land ownership, eating right. You know what I mean? Even I was listening to Racks in the Middle. You know what I'm saying? No, I was listening to Question One, and he said, he was talking about like these rules that come with the gang. He said wrong to live by them, but basically, he still got to do it. You know what I mean? But he was saying what it was. Like in Racks in the Middle, he was saying, $1 million bail. That's just some everyday ish. But seeing my grandmother on a private jet is something that I never forget. Like, yeah, getting in trouble an everyday thing. But on the other side of that, man, it's beautiful. Look what I was able to do for my grandmother through hard work. So, a lot of these cats, man, people don't want to hear from somebody, man, that kind of ain't from the same environment. That's why you always hear, oh, man, he don't come back. He from here, but he don't come back. He forgot who he was, man. But
Right.
it's a price with coming back in certain instances, man. So, I think we rode a little bit too much of the images, instead of the topic, which is the healthcare metaverse thing, man.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah.
Times have definitely changed, man. And he's been on his grind and to find out. Could you imagine? You go to work and find out that your boss of in this tech world was an original member of NWA.
Right.
You go to work and like, dude, seriously?
Right.
That was you?
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, straight out of Compton, straight into Silicon Valley.
That was a wig. I didn't really wear a Jerry curl, homie.
Right. I was
tried
allergic
that
to
is
those
time.
chemicals. I was
That is
allergic.
amazing.
It burnt my scalp. I was done.
Like I said, when I saw that, because he said it was like it wasn't cool to be talking about this shit. So he had to, you had to dumb it down. And you got cats in the hood who and the corner boys know that, like, dude, this ain't for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do something else because you too damn smart. That was the shit Nip was on.
Right.
You know, because that shit you was talking about him, that coding thing. He said he saw somebody at a coffee shop and was like, dude, what are you doing? And dude, you know, they sparked the conversation. He was like, man, I find that shit very interesting. Do you have any backing? And dude was like, nah, I'm just learning on my own. And he linked up with Nip, and Nip was like, no, we need to, get you to the masses. He was like, I don't see this every day. You know what I mean? And he put Young Man on, and I was just like, that's the shit I'm talking about. You got cats back in the day who used to look out for the cats who they saw potential in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're like, man, he good. Don't nobody touch him. You know what I mean? Let that person go. He doing this thing. He going to school. Anybody got an issue with him, they got an issue with me.
He was protected. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a time when and think about, man, look, somebody said this didn't happen. I'm like, nah. Think about how many times in school people talked about the kid that got all A's. Oh, you a nerd. You ain't cool. What you
teacher's pet,
The teacher's pet.
Yeah.
And so, of course, being a kid and the peer pressure, everybody can't rise above and be like, all right, man, but you gonna be here while I'm on private jets one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what, man? Let me, you know what? Rest in peace, Alex Beverly, man. He grew up in the nose, man. And my brother passed due to complications with COVID, man, just briefly. And man, I looked this dude up, man. And mind you, he went to North Junior High. And I hadn't seen him in so many years, man. I don't remember if he went to elementary school with us, but I know he went to North. I think he went to East or wherever. But man, this cat was pretty much Tony Stark. Come from the hood. Computer and mechanical engineer. And the stuff that this cat was doing, I was like,
it's natural because it's he learned it on the fly. You know what I mean? It's like those people who can't be taught how to play the piano because they play by ear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, what was that? El DeBarge said that his mom kept taking him to classes, and the teacher was like, "I can't teach him."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's set. He got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just play it for him, and then he could regurgitate the shit.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. I was so proud of this dude and so sad, man, that I never got to bend his ear.
Yeah.
I put his 40 years next to mine, and I said, man, I got to get back in the game, man. And hey, man, when somebody can motivate you from the grave, man, it's an amazing thing. Though we would rather have him here, but yeah, man. So straight out of Compton all the way into the metaverse, healthcare in the metaverse. So our resident metaverse expert, crypto expert, talk to us about it, Yogi.
All right, here we go. So all right, so Arabian Prince is now using NVIDIA Corp's 3D platform Omniverse in OptiGame's Unreal Engine to build the first medical metaverse known as MD DAO, which was unveiled on stage this past Wednesday. Okay, so if you guys don't know about the metaverse, this shit's about to blow your mind.
Tell them about the metaverse, boss.
Tell them about the gun line,
boss.
All right, so right now everybody has these NFTs, right?
Non-fungible tokens.
Non-fungible tokens. All right, so that's a cryptocurrency that is unique. So, and it can be anything. It could be video. It could be it could be anything, any kind of video type, file type. So, just think if you go into a virtual reality, you throw on those goggles and everything, and now you're exchanging medical information with the doctor through NFTs. The doctor can diagnose you from the videos that you upload to him, and his diagnosis will come back to you, all on the blockchain. It'll be there forever. You'll be able to access doctors from anywhere in the world. Let's say you're in Connecticut, but the best doctor in the world is somewhere in India. Now, all those blocks in your path are gone. You can sit in front of a doctor using the blockchain in this virtual world, and he can look at all your medical information that's on the blockchain and give you a diagnosis, write your prescription.
And I
So
think
this
that's
is
what's holding up everything about this as well. It's not fast tracked because of privacy laws about people's medical records being out there on the blockchain.
That's what I was about to ask.
That's what is pretty much the Achilles,
well,
on this.
yeah. The stuff. What we know about blockchain, mainly in main blockchains like Ethereum and Bitcoin, all these ledgers, all the information is public. It doesn't have to be. There are encrypted blockchains. So Terra Luna is one where everything's going to be anonymous. Litecoin is moving to some sort of anonymity. So privacy is becoming built into the next layers of blockchain.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be, man, because that's one thing that people worry about is their genetic information going out to people. I mean,
we're fucked. We're fucked when it comes to genetic information. All that shit is out there.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Cuddy, we burnt when it comes to any information. I go on a website and I look something up. And then when I would go back on Facebook, somehow it's an ad flashing across the screen for exactly what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking on another site for something, and what that same thing I was looking at pop up on there somehow. So I'm just saying, like, I mean,
privacy's dead.
Privacy's dead, and I mean
privacy's dead.
That's what Edward Snowden was talking about in his book Permanent Record. It's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's completely gone. So what you see coming about now are file storage, blockchain-based file storage. Okay, so now you can upload to the cloud something that goes onto the blockchain and lasts forever. So now all the audio recordings from all these little devices, like your Fire TV microphone, the microphone and cameras on your phone, all that shit gets uploaded somewhere. And it's going to be on a blockchain. It's going to be accessible. And when it is accessible, you can recreate the past from every perspective in a metaverse.
I don't see what's so cool about this crap, to be honest. Like, I mean,
it's a weapon.
Listen,
it's a weapon.
It's access, man. It's access. It's access. Everything comes with the price.
So
everything comes with the price.
I understand that this is listen. This is what I understand about all of this.
Trap.
Yeah, it's a booby trap, but it's meant to be an alternative system to the one that's in place now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Yogi.
What system in place now?
Just for I mean, I'm getting ready to say it. Just for instance, right? The currency situation. Mm-hmm. People want to get away from paper money, fiat currency, central banking, right? That's the whole purpose of cryptocurrency. But then you got people that's like, well, we need some sort of regulation. That's what they want to get away from, right? Mm-hmm. The healthcare system, where if you go to a doctor, you can only be seen for maybe 2 out of 7 things while you're there. But you got to keep coming back because that's how they make money. You got to occupy a bed. You got to get a medication, a $900 Tylenol that would cost you $25 for a bottle of, well, maybe that's what it is, for a bottle of 200 pills. You get what I'm saying right here? Mm-hmm. People are, what I'm saying, are looking for an alternative system to gasoline. That's why we got electric vehicles. You know what I mean? But we still got the old heads out there like, man, look, I got this oil money. You ain't gonna stop that. We got this health insurance. I need you in this hospital to make money. That's why if you go into these hospitals nowadays, it look more like a homeless shelter than an actual hospital, because they can't kick these homeless people out, because the longer they lay in the beds, the more they get paid. They get that county money. So you understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is an alternative system, but it's an alternative system that can backfire in our faces. And I didn't cuss while saying none of that. Get it, son?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's an alternative system that can backfire.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, but what is backfiring? We need solutions for a lot of these problems, and this is one that's available. And it's the natural course of things. I'm not saying that, you know, it's what we should do, but I'm just saying it's the natural course of things.
Hey, listen, I tried to sound intelligent with all of that, and my cousin shut it down in the sentence like, yeah, it is, but what's backfiring? Like,
Sorry.
I mean, but think about it. I mean, everything's they hacked PlayStation.
Mhm.
They've hacked Target.
Mhm.
Scammers listen.
Target's known for the security.
Yeah. Listen, scammers. My wife got a call from Chase. She said they had the whole script down. She said she was fooled up until the point where they was like, all right, how much is in your account? She was like, well, wait a second. If you looking at my stuff, you know what's in there. I don't need to tell you how much to verify it.
Click.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Click.
So I mean, it's just
Well, I
Hey.
mean, blockchain is secure until quantum computer comes and
And
breaks
fuck
that.
all that
Yeah,
up. Yeah.
but then you'll have blockchains based on quantum computing. So it's there will be problems and there will be solutions.
right.
You know, but looking at the entire ecosystem of just looking at what blockchain is, and with its decentralization built in, it is supposed to level the playing field for everyone.
Okay. Now, let me say this. Shout out to Arabian Prince quickly, because what he said was he wanted to do something that wasn't as cartoonish as entertainment. He actually wanted to do something to help people. You know what I'm saying? So
Nothing
shout
wrong
out to
with
that,
that.
brother.
Shout out to the Arabian Prince
out.
for this
Yeah.
whole concept. It's dope as hell.
There
Big
you
ups.
go.
So yeah, man, I dig it. You know.
Right on.
Blockchain is
Right
the
on.
future.
Yeah.
And you will probably be using one of these products or similar products to this medical virtual reality thing, because this is not the first one I've read about in the past year. It's going to be huge. It's going to
Yeah,
be huge, and it's
but
going to solve healthcare.
this is the first one you heard straight out of Compton. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
Wait till
that's
till
the point.
Wait till the VA hit the metaverse. It's gonna be
See?
nothing but a bunch of old men in there with pins on their hats. And
Next.
I'll never be able
I'm
to
drifting.
get in
I'm
the golden
drifting.
corral. Go ahead.
Let me see what's next.
Oh shit. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Talk to me about this one, Mr. Tank.
Oh, the illegal Bitcoin kiosk.
Stay on this crypto shit for a hot second.
Yeah. Okay.
I
so
didn't know how it got down. Go ahead, Tank. Run it down
me-
because you were making make more sense than I can. Go for it.
Yeah. Let me bring up this article real quick. Okay. Man behind dozens of Bitcoin kiosks that largely operated in New York City laundromats and marketed towards criminals has been indicted for tax fraud. Okay, so now a lot of people, well, in the United States, it's a crime to exchange Bitcoin or exchange money for Bitcoin without
Right.
going through a bank. Or they make it a fucking problem. Okay, so they want to know your KYC. You know, they want to know your customer. They want to know everything about you, like you're opening up a bank account, because you actually are when you go to like Binance or Coinbase. Okay. And then from there on out, your social security number is attached to a wallet address. With these, you could take dollars to a kiosk, an ATM. Now there's Bitcoin ATMs all over the world. You could go to one of these ATMs, put money in, and have that Bitcoin deposited to an anonymous wallet, which is perfect. And it's the way Bitcoin should have been. Is meant to be. So this is a problem, of course, because now you have anonymous transactions of any amount of money between two people for illegal activities. They said one of the guys that was under surveillance showed up in a stolen truck.
Wow.
And deposited money in this ATM. And, you know, this ATM was set up to where it didn't have any video or any way of knowing a customer. So it's absolutely perfect.
Dude, I thought this was fucking genius. I mean, you just put in cash and you can move that shit, make moves all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, your payment is coming. You know what I mean? Yes, we sold the product in the States, but yet, we'll pay you in Bitcoin in Europe.
Cats washing money like a
man, dude, what did he get caught? He got 10 million. 10 million. He got caught. He got to pay back. Like, and this is all cash.
Yeah, they pulled a bunch of money out of this dude. But this is where it's gonna go. I mean, if you guys haven't noticed, there's another country that just accepted Bitcoin as legal tender. The Central African Republic just passed a law to use Bitcoin as their national currency. So this solves a lot of those problems.
Wow.
Especially in Africa. You have a lot of trade regulations that keeps Africa poor. And now they can move money from one country to another without any central banking system. Well, this is perfect.
And the man in the myth, I think, will back what I'm about to say here. That's what Muammar was trying to get away from. Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah.
They was trying to say he was a tyrant, but he was trying to get back to gold-backed currency. It would have set not just Libya, but all of Africa free from up under that European.
What fun would that be? You know what I mean? When everybody's on a level playing field. What fun would that be? In order for me to feel like I won, I need somebody to lose.
Especially the dark people. I need to be able to put my feet up on. They need to be the footrest of the world. So yeah, man. Hey man, shout out to Africa, well, wherever that was in Africa, for making that move, man. Like I said, people were tired of the system that's in place, man. People tired of it, man. You gotta look at that Brexit, man. They was trying to get away from the euro, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be a big change in things coming up. As we talked about on Negroes to Cryptos, the ruble. The ruble is now backed by gold. You have two countries that switched over to Bitcoin, and there are going to be a domino effect of other countries that follow suit. As we see skyrocketing inflation with the US dollar.
So in this country, I could go over there with my Satoshis and, because I'm sure everything ain't like, all right, 1 Bitcoin per gallon of gas. That's 40-something grand, I think. So everything will have to be like based on a Satoshi, right?
Yeah, I mean it can be divisible infinitely, So
right.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter the amount of Bitcoin you have, as long as you have something, it's worth something. So instead of going back 2 decimal places, it goes back forever. Right. So yeah.
So what is it like this? So give the people an explanation of how this works. That country, where is it again?
The African Republic, the Central African Republic.
So how did this work? Did they take a certain portion of the government's money and buy up Bitcoin? And how would this shit work? How would the citizens took and exchanged the money over?
Yeah, I would assume that's what they did. They take the money in the coffers and they exchange it for Bitcoin, and then the people on the street can do the same.
Okay.
Or you just peg whatever the dollar is in your country to Bitcoin, either or.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, this is huge. But you're going to see a lot of countries doing this. If not Bitcoin, then some blockchain based. With somebody took Cardano, some African country, a couple of African countries accepted Cardano as the blockchain of their government, along with money and all other government transactions. Schools and all kinds of things are now going to be based on Cardano. So this is happening. It's happening right now, and I think we're going to see the U.S. economy collapse. Man, it's going to be ugly.
BRICS Union.
You know, hey, this what my man did with these
We will
kiosks.
break you.
Yeah, this is this was gonna come. I mean, the hustlers, the scammers, they coming, man. I mean, anytime when you go up to use the little card sliding machine, you gotta snatch it to make sure it ain't a
Loose.
face on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
loose.
you know,
Always check. I always do that at the gas station because they
Yeah.
had the little fake joints up in there,
Yeah,
and your shit get hit. I got hit, and by the time I got home, I was 5 minutes away. Dude, then went to Red Box, Target, and such and such. I was just like, dude, I've been gone 5 fucking minutes from the crib, man. And you done
Yeah.
hit. And they were like, we know your pattern or whatever. We're gonna, send you a new card, cancel this one or whatever. That was like, because that doesn't seem like pretty much no shit your ass would fucking do. Fucking Red Box, really, man?
Hey, hey,
Fucking hit my ass up like quick. That's the first time I got dinged, man.
hey, why you playing, man? When I was in Vegas, we went to the grand opening of the Keith and James hash store there,
Okay.
and I want to say it was in Caesars, but wherever it was, but it was funny because I went to buy my lady one of the hats. It dinged me. It was like, hey, it's been declined. And it's like you said, they know your spending habits.
Right.
Like
They said,
somebody,
hey, man, you ain't,
Right.
what you doing in Vegas? You know what I
Right.
mean? What you doing there?
like somebody in the office, like, man, it's cheaper, man, for ain't buying no $900 hat or whatever.
Right.
you don't buy nothing but singles
Right.
off of albums and comic books.
You're supposed to be at the grocery store. You ain't
Right.
supposed to be nowhere near down there. But I love it that they own it like that.
There you
know
go.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll flag it because all I got to do is make a phone call.
Me,
so
all
it's
I got to
cool.
do is send a text. They be like, was this
Got
your yeah?
Got
Was this
you.
transaction made by you?
Yes.
Yes. All right, go ahead. You good?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they said also back in the day, you used to, tell your company if you're catching a flight overseas or something like that, let them know that you're leaving the country or, you're not going to be where you normally are. And they'll pretty much you won't get embarrassed by doing that shit because if that's your primary card, you kind of fucked. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, shout out to the quartermaster, man, for that wonderful breakdown of the system, man.
Indeed.
Man in the middle. Yeah, let's get it.
Anytime.
Shout out to beat down Brizzle. Shout down the cat. Shout out to shout down. What the shout out to Cat Daddy. You know what I mean? Part of the Fizam. You know what I'm saying? Gotta make sure the family know we love them, man. Shout out to you gentlemen, man. Yeah, man.
Right.
Hey, come on, man. Listen.
This is on you, man. You said you brought the prom season in full effect,
Okay, so some shows back we talked about a lot of racist prom proposals. And a brother did a video on this. I shared it with you gentlemen, and he said some he made some valid points. Like I never liked this. I remember these videos, and I felt the same way as him. And he said, if I seen a picture, if I took my son, to meet their prom date, and the dad was standing there with a gun, I'm going to get my gun, or we gonna have an issue. There is no way I would let my son stand in a picture with somebody's dad so he can feel like he being a super dad. Because like this dude said in the video, are you doing this when your daughter out there twerking or putting herself in compromising positions or lying and said somebody did something wrong to her? The things that we do for our ego, and I only really see this with the black kids. It's not just this guy because he's white. I've seen a lot of brothers in pictures with a gun, with either with a gun displayed or pointing it at the young gentleman. And these young brothers got a lot to worry about already. They already got to really worry about getting shot to go to take a picture. Like me, it wouldn't be no prom. I'd be like, nah, ain't nobody going nowhere.
Yeah, we're done. We're done here. You ain't even got to get out. We're done here.
We done. And if the dad says something, I'm smacking him.
This photo reminds me of Get Out. I mean, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Get Out right there.
But like you said, man, your daughter doing everything up under the sun, you know, on
Right.
on
Look
TikTok.
at her
and-
face. She's
What
like,
a black kid.
she's got
Right.
the daddy face.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, is this necessary? But
But when a black dude comes into your circle, you know, dressed up, no pants sagging, in a
There you
fucking
go.
in a suit,
There you go.
and this how you doing?
This how you doing? Because if the pants were sagging, and
Yeah.
them and them fronts was gold with some
Yes,
fangs
sir. Yes,
from the
sir.
Wu-Tang days, you wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
facts.
You wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
said,
Facts.
This-
That's
this-
a different
this-
meeting.
yeah, this ain't even about the fact that he white. Because the majority of the pictures I see is some brother up there with the gun pointed at the kid. And I'm like, yo, that must be his mom that's letting him do that. Ain't no man in their right mind gonna sit. And see, the brother in the video also made a good point. He said that the fathers of sons are a little bit more level-headed than the fathers of daughters.
There you go. See,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
double standards. Yeah.
Right.
The
Because you
double standards.
believe your baby can't do absolutely no wrong.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's what he said. When she out there doing everything under the sun, where are you with your musket?
Right.
Where you at with your musket? Like, this cat got a Tommy gun. Like, come on, man. Look at how she looking at him. Like, daddy, you really made us do this. Okay. And he looking like, mom, you ain't gonna say nothing about this. You know?
Hey man, she's ruined now.
Facts.
Ain't
Facts,
no
'cause-
going back from that.
Yeah, because now she like, what can I do to please you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He didn't change the way she
yeah.
walks.
Everything.
Right.
Everything. She can't even sit down right.
Y'all went there. Y'all
I'm just saying, when cats overplay their hand like that, that's what happens.
Yeah.
When you're doing
Mhm.
the most or whatever, what do you think she's gonna do with him after the fact? Like,
Right.
let me do something to
Yeah.
make him feel at ease.
I owe him
Bow.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she wasn't doing it, if she wasn't going to do it, she's gonna do it. Matter of fact, they ain't gonna
and
make
it don't-
$2
and it don't even
just for
matter-
zipping his pants.
And it doesn't even matter about race.
Right.
It's just
It
fathers
doesn't.
with it was fathers with their daughters.
Right.
It was their
Right.
son. It
You're
was
right.
a pack of magnums and a slap on the
There
ass.
you go.
Like go
Get
get him.
it.
Go get him, champ.
Get it.
Yeah.
You know, you
And
come
don't
from
want
Woodstock.
Don't get
Don't
pulled
ask why.
over. Don't get pulled over tonight.
I
Put
bet
her
not
in-
hear you come through those doors, you know, at 11:30. You know,
Put
it
her in
better
the
be a little
buck.
bit later. you
Put
know?
her in
Yeah.
the buck.
And that's
And
and
don't
that's how it
ask why
is.
she got dropped off by the game bus.
See,
Hey, get her in a Waffle House parking lot. Ain't nobody gonna
See?
pay attention.
see. Not after hours. Not on the backside by the dumpster.
Right.
By the be specific, old painless. But
What you
yeah,
did-
man.
The
What the
fronts
dad
is all glass.
But it's so crazy. It's a double standard, man. I mean, like you said,
Yeah.
if that was my son, like you said, man, there would be consequences and repercussions. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, hold on, man, hold on. I got my son fresh to death, and here you come, you know, for a photo op.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I got to Will Smith you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A
And
few
now I got to
times.
take. And now my son's going to prom by
Got a
himself.
Mike Tyson. You. I got a Mike
Right.
Tyson. You.
Right.
That part.
This is, I mean, it's just a play on an old terrible joke. You know, this is the things you say that you'll do when you have a daughter, you know, and you're 20 years old and you're thinking about the future. Like, oh yeah, my daughter's not doing shit. You know, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. But when you're this dude looks like he's 50.
Right.
Right.
That shit ain't funny, man.
No.
Right. Now
And-
we know it's coming from a sinister place. You know what I mean?
This is the thing, man. Like, I was in my 30s when I met one of my sister's boyfriends, one of her first one. Matter of fact, I was there when they went to prom. I didn't do none of this. You
It's
know,
it's her choice. You know what I
right.
mean? It's her people, and you trust your people.
But
You know?
but this is my thing. Your presence alone,
Yeah.
your presence alone is telling
Should.
a person, hey man, there's
Excellent
people in her
point.
life that care
Yeah,
about
she-
her.
Hey, that's
yeah, she
that's
got-
what it was supposed to be about.
Yeah. Somebody
Right.
gonna be here if shit go left. But this
Right.
motherfucker, he pull out a fucking Tommy gun.
Let me tell you something.
He's implicating some shit that he don't even really want to go down. That picture there is like a shotgun wedding.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
do.
that's what I see. I mean, maybe I'm
Yeah,
old, even
yeah.
older school minded. Yeah, I don't know how you put it, but
Let me tell you something. Look at this young man. Just gonna be my one curse word. Besides the shit,
you've been
he
doing
already
great.
looking like Huh?
You've been doing great. No, you've been
Thank
doing
you,
great.
sir. I appreciate that,
I've been
man.
messing up.
No. This is me, man. I'm gonna try and do better for the show, man. I ain't saying I'm not gonna come. We gotta try and get some money and subscribers. I know I got a potty mouth. But this is what I'm saying. That young man looking like, yeah, I'm still gonna fuck her.
It's in his eyes. It is.
It's in his
It's
eyes.
there. It's,
Man,
I got to. He
I
got to.
told you,
Yeah.
man. You done messed up the whole format for the rest of the evening. There's no
Yeah.
coming back. There's no coming back from what you just did.
Listen,
You know what I mean? You just set so much stuff in motion.
Right.
It's out of your fucking head. So that little man on the screen is just sitting there. He just biding
He
his
like-
time.
he
He's like,
like,
man,
yeah.
wait until we get into this limo.
Oh yeah.
And he probably respectful. He probably a respectful kid. He probably
Facts.
like, this ain't a curse word what I'm about to say, but he like, yeah, Mr. McClary, you got your picture. I'm getting this pussy. You just don't know. Wait till we get about 2 blocks down the road, pulling the panties down, and I'm gonna fuck the garter off her ass. That's all I'm saying.
There it is.
That's all I'm
Wow.
saying.
We
Wow,
talk about
dude.
Huh?
Huh?
the double standard, man. Yeah, he doing that in a tuxedo.
He go, look,
Yeah.
yeah. Listen. You don't do that to no young blood, man. You don't do that. You don't do it. I don't care if the young boy was white, man. It's just
Definitely.
going to. That's something for
Definitely.
your ego. That's
Yeah.
something for your ego. You feel inadequate to protect that girl because you worried about prom night. Because this tonight, she gonna do it anyway, whether or not you there or whatever. You ain't gonna be able to
She's
do nothing.
been dating the other. If she's going to prom with a black dude, she's been doing,
It already happened.
yeah, you know what I
You
mean.
worried
And he-
about prom night? She done
Yeah.
already busted open for a real NIGGA.
for a real one.
For a real.
Yeah, that's all. And that's what, if Pop's trying to, take back some of that. There's no, you can't take that back, son. It's gone. It's gone. It's in his pocket right now.
You can't take that back.
It's in
See,
his pocket.
the cutty ain't gonna have to do none of that.
I'm not, man. No. My daughter, I trust her to make some good decisions, man. And you're supposed to foster healthy relationships with other people, man. It ain't supposed to be
There
like
you
this.
go, man.
Facts.
There you go.
Kind
Facts.
of like you introduce that
Agreed.
toxic shit into a relationship, man, and it'll always be there.
Let me
Yes.
say this. Let me say
Yes.
this.
Yep. And you
That-
brought it. You brought it.
Right. And what's they say? This kid ain't stupid. Now, when he become a grown man, he gonna look at this. But if you already were permitting her to have a boyfriend, some kids just they come up for the prom, they just team up.
Yeah.
But if you were already permitting her to have a boyfriend, right? You took the time to get to know this kid to pull a gun on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he didn't, if she dating and you say, man, invite him over for the game or whatever, hey, like
before
this,
the prom.
before
the
the
prom.
prom, that's how you build the respect for him to say, hey, listen, man, I'm on your daddy's good side. Let me get you home, okay? Let's
Right.
not play this game.
I promised him that there was gonna be no funny shit. I'm gonna get you
Right.
home by midnight. 'Cause
Right.
that's what I told him. Damn what
Right.
you talk about. Like you said, if you build that relationship. Because most of the
Right.
time, if you got that relationship with your daughter, she's gonna be like, hey, this is the guy I'm considering going to prom with. Yeah, I need to
There you
meet this dude.
go.
I need
Now.
to meet this dude.
Right now.
Before I don't want to meet him on the first, on prom night.
Right.
Nah,
now.
that's not gonna happen.
Not-
But
2 nights
yeah.
after prom, we fucking know. I'm just saying.
See,
But-
see,
I had to get one in.
gotcha.
All right, man. That's what
Gotcha.
teenagers do, man. Like
There
you
you
can't
go.
expect life to change just because you at the helm now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we know how the game go, but
Yeah.
yeah,
We know.
we still know what the instructions say.
Come on,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Mm.
We know how to see down and around the corner.
There
Still,
you go.
we need to do that for these kids, man, because they can't do it. All they see is right now what's in front of them.
There
We
you go.
down the block and around that corner. We
Right.
know what's coming.
Right.
They don't, and I guess that's our responsibility, man.
I'm just gonna say if she come home with a chocolated baby, it's because he pulled a gun on that young man.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I think the only reason why he looking like that is because there's 2 guns in that fucking photo.
wow.
And
One
somebody's
pointed
got
at
the
him.
bigger stick.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you, DJ LOH on the ones
Yeah.
and twos. Yeah, hey, he probably looking like, oh, his daddy ain't happy. He probably
Hey man, we got to move on, man.
he probably
We
got a
we
sig
going there.
pointed at him. Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, we got to move on from this one, man, because we could go all night about the on
Yeah,
both
the
sides. Not-
disrespect, right?
yeah, the double
Yeah.
standards, man, because chicks ain't doing that with their with their sons with these fast ass girls, man.
No, they're not.
You know what I mean? Because I seen a couple. My little cousin, he was getting picked up. The parent has to go in and grab their kid and bring them out to the car or whatever. And I'm seeing these little girls, man. Little girl on the sidewalk, her eyelashes damn near touch me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the car. I was just like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, hold on. You know what? You just brought up a good point, Mr. Coppola, and we got to touch on this before we go. You said that these women ain't doing this with their fast daughters, right?
Right.
So let me ask you this. So we know they really ain't doing it with the kid that's projected to go to school, D1 athlete, right?
Yeah.
We know
but you know the mama and them is in our age bracket. So they thinking long term, like, girl, you might want to, they seasoning these little Tatianas.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're doing that, man.
Yeah.
I
He
get
going
that.
to college
he's a prospect.
Bust it open for a real nigga tonight.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Have you seen these dresses, man? He said it. That's what it is, man. These girls are priming up. They're priming these daughters up, man.
I'm telling you, they mom saying it.
Because they like, man, because I wouldn't have settled for your damn deadbeat daddy if I known, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't gonna go D1.
Hold on, let's flip it now. I'm back to no cursing. Let's flip it to the other side though. Let's flip it to the other side though. You think some of these daddies ain't whores? You think that if that boy had been projected to go straight into the league, if he was a Bron, if they still do that, I don't know. I thought they may have changed it. But you don't think if this cat was projected to go into the league, he'd have his arm around him, hugging him up?
Definitely, because he want front row seats.
That's selective breeding.
Ball game, man. Yeah,
I'm gonna have a grandson that can jump.
Right.
See.
I welcome in thick hair. My grandbaby's gonna have lips and a wide nostril. You know, I'm telling you, he can breathe some of this white man's hair. Man. Listen,
that's just what it is, because they are looking at the bottom line.
There it is.
You know,
there it is, man.
They're looking at the bottom line, and from the mothers and the fathers, they're looking like, oh, he comes from good stock. He has potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they will push, like, yeah, don't bring her back home. Don't you bring her back home till the next day. Don't bring her back home.
There you go.
You know,
and you know what?
That kind of shit.
And let me say this.
And his babies will make it to term, because ours are dying off at the fastest rate in scientific history.
Wow. And shout out to the man in the myth that explains the man in the myth.
Facts.
So listen. Also, this is the other thing. Young man projected to go first round draft pick in the NBA.
Yeah.
Daughter get pregnant. He ain't trying to stop it. They also, let's just say he go to college D1 school. Number one, what is it? What do they call it for school?
Number one recruitment.
Number one recruit. They not gonna let that girl have a hard time with that baby. They're gonna do everything to help raise that baby.
It's an investment.
That's
all that is, man. They looking again. Go back to my looking down and around that corner. They can see what's coming.
Yeah. Now, mind you,
like minimum, if we could just get on the payroll for child support, we
sir.
all good.
Again, no color, no race.
Right.
Let it be Pookie. I ain't raising nobody else's babies.
See.
Let it be Calvin.
And
that
Darnell.
worked through high school. While he was also playing basketball, he was working at McDonald's.
Right.
But Calvin got a D1 scholarship to Duke. Oh, you gonna help raise that baby?
Yeah.
You gonna see him up in the barbershop. But let it be Jerome at Newcastle School of Trades. I ain't raising nobody, baby.
See,
no, I'm telling you, man. People fickle. But yeah,
they'll pimp out their kid if they know damn well. You know what I'm saying? It's a gravy train coming.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't even know who you sleeping with.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Got the mama grooming them like you got to do certain things to make sure he stay focused.
What's Robin Givens' mama name?
Facts. Whatever it is, we know.
Robin Givens' mama.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Robin Givens' mama and the
hungry.
Kardashian mama.
Right.
The biggest pimps.
We see, and I hate to say this, we see what the Watcher's mama look like on Red Table Talk.
See.
You know, she tell
so
me she don't look like Uwatu off of What If. I'm telling you. She attached herself to Will Smith, thinking that was going to make her star shine brighter. But he was such a mega star Honestly, I think she was jealous of that man, even though she was married to him and gave him 2 kids. All right. But that's a topic for another topic of discussion. Maybe it's not
Gotcha.
because I don't care about it. But yeah, man. Let's get to the next one.
No, she busted it open for a real nigga.
She
Get
did.
out. Get out
Uh,
while you can, brother.
She
Get
did.
out.
Talk
for a
about
young
wayward
girl,
hoes.
for a young
Here we
girl.
go.
Oh my
Here
god.
we go. She's back.
Yeah, talk
Super.
about wayward women.
Superhead.
Hey, but no,
Yeah.
seriously, the double standards in this shit.
Mm.
Superhead dating advice from Modern Weapon. How about that? Girls out there talking about be a slut and make your husband happy.
Yeah.
And always if you marry a slut, you'll always have a happy love life.
I don't know about that trade-off.
I
I don't know about that trade-off, bro. I don't
See,
think
but
that's-
see, this is a trapped in the 90s N word, man. And I say that because we know what she was doing all through the 90s.
Mhm.
That stuff only gonna play for so long, man. Like, what else did you got to offer besides offer your husband besides your body? We gonna get
Besides-
old at
yeah.
some point, man.
Facts. Besides flat backing. You
There
know what
you
I mean?
besides
Like,
flat
dude,
back.
I want to go for a fucking walk.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I
need to
want
be
to do
able
some. I
talk
want to do
about
some other shit. Can we sit at the lake and fish?
Right.
Can we
What's
do
your-
some shit?
What's your culinary game like?
That
You know what
part.
I'm saying? What's your
Yeah.
culinary game like, baby? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that. But see, she's so used to using that body, man. I mean, she squandered most of it because they said she went broke after them books. But she's so used to using her body, man, that's all that she has to offer these young girls. And it's sad because there is so much more. When you see these guys that are 10 toes down with a woman, right? I ain't talking about just for the moment, but look, okay, let's do it like this. Bust it. Look at Zell. Look at Zell and Pauletta. She offered that man something more than her body, man. Look at, I'm gonna use a divorced couple. Look at Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia. Child together, married for umpteen years, divorced, but the relationship was so good that they still co-parenting partners. She helped make this man a megastar. She is a producer, manager. They got the Zoa drink going. She helped broker the Under Armour deal. She had something to offer him than just her body, man. But a person can only offer you what they're used to giving. The only resource they have, and it was her body. Like, and she played out now. I mean, come on, man.
I don't know, man. I mean, she did a lot of that flat backing in the 90s, which we all did. And then she talked about it.
You
and,
flat back, son? No, I'm playing.
I'm not flat backing. I flat backed a lot of motherfuckers, but
I was the flat backer.
Right.
I was a flat backer. No, right. No, but seriously, like we all enjoyed our youth.
Absolutely.
And she was able to take that time and flip it into an empire, man. I say kudos to her. And don't take her advice. It's hilarious. Don't take that advice, ladies. Don't let that box get beat in, and then talk about being loose in these streets is the only way to keep your husband happy. No, because as far as I know, Lil Wayne can still go and hit that shit. Like,
right.
Like there are certain people that she's always gonna run back to.
Bobby Brown.
And yeah, Bobby
She
Brown.
gave a
Like,
list. She made a list.
She can't go back. She can't go back to him. She did him dog dirty, and my man look like he's doing positive things, man. We don't need that
Shout out
shit.
to Bobby Brown and his new show coming out, which I'll be watching,
sir.
man. He happy. And you know what? What makes this broad the scum of the earth is when that man was at his lowest point, you don't think he had any money in his pocket. She gave him a place to stay, and he was passed out drunk on the couch. And what she did was recorded him and talk cash money about
that
him.
was dirty.
Shit.
I was just saying, I know if he came back there, if he wanted to,
but see,
the door is going to swing open.
But
this was after the books, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
Yeah,
like this was after the books. This was after
yeah,
the books.
Way after.
Like if you fucking with Corinne Steffens after those books, like she running tail.
Right.
That's just
absolutely.
she clout blowing.
Because this is the thing, man. when she was listen, Jamie Foxx had a show called the Foxhole Radio, and she got on there. He was interviewing her, and he was smart enough to be like, "Yeah, I'll never mess with you, because of what you do."
Right.
And Def Hard passed on her advice. Thank you, DJ LOH. Absolutely, from a real one, a real woman,
My
DJ
man.
LOH. So she was on there, and he's interviewing her. You know, she pulling her little antics, but then she go into the story about Tigger and what he was doing with, I forget what the model cat name was, which is she was implying a certain thing,
Okay.
which was
That's a default when dudes
Right.
shut their ass down. It's a
Right,
default.
right.
They go that, yeah.
But here's the thing: he called in and he was like, "Yo, why would you do this to me? Why would you make up such a thing?"
Yeah.
And she admitted this. He said, "When you was broke and you and your child were homeless, I put you up, and I fed you for as long as you needed." This scumbag said, "Yo, thank you. I appreciate what you did, but did I not come in the room and woo 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 woo?" He's like, "Man, I can't
Wow.
believe." Right. Just to sell a book. And that's why I said she went broke. She talking about, "I always dreamed my childhood dream." You're lying. My childhood dream was to be what's the New York Times bestseller, to be at the top of the bestsellers list. All you did was tell who you had sex with. That's it. And you kept certain people's names out of that. You wrote another book that didn't do as well. But now you coming out and telling already young girls who like to get it on because the hormones is raging. We young. That's already in the streets.
Yeah.
We got the Brittany Rainers out here.
She
Okay.
she need to level up and transition.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Grow
she
up.
what was that song Nas had, that Second Childhood.
Right.
She's in it.
Childhood. Yeah.
She's in it, man.
There you go. She need to grow up, man. She need to grow up, man. Why don't you tell everybody? Why don't you say, "Hey, this ain't the way to keep a man"? I mean, just be a woman. You expect a man to be old school, protect, provide. You know what I'm saying? Go out, kill the bear, bring home the pelt to keep us warm. You know what I'm saying? Well, here, I'm gonna bring home the meat too. I want you to cook this up. Well, if I'm hungry, I don't want you to jump on my wing. I want you to cook me some wings. Make me some bear wings. Bears ain't got wings, but you understand what I'm saying.
Right on.
Neither do buffalo.
There you
Right.
go.
But yet we live there.
Thank
we
you
live
for-
at
thank you
B
for that,
Dubs.
buddy.
We live
Right,
at B
right,
Dubs. But
right,
I
right.
feel what you're saying. Like, you got to bring something more to the table than that
Right.
you know, than just cookies. You know what I mean? A diet of cookies will kill you.
Right on.
You know?
And I'm not saying that the body ain't beautiful, and I'm not saying that a man ain't gonna be a man, but it after a certain point it does get insulting when you boil a man down to being nothing but his penis. You
Yeah.
understand? It's more to a man than that. You know,
Well, what dude is really going? That's why she's still doing what she's doing,
How
because
much
no dude
apple
is
cider
gonna.
vinegar do they make?
Wow. Damn.
the world's greatest tightening formula.
Yeah.
Hey man, I mean, but you know, you made that point about boil a man down to his penis. But seriously though, I mean, like, oftentimes that's the first thing you send to a woman, like that women complain about. Like, when they meet a dude online, it's like,
Yeah.
say hello, then dick pic. But you know, it's Tinder, so
That's the norm, right?
yeah,
Right,
that's
isn't that
the
the
norm.
norm?
Cuddy, and
Okay.
you're right. What I'm saying is, after that, you gotta have something else.
Yeah.
Because this is what I know about me. It was a time I ain't care how good one girl's was. I wanted the next. I ain't just stop at one potato chip in a Pringles can because it was good. I had to get to the next one to see how good that motherfucker tastes. And I know I said I wasn't going to, but I'm on some fat boy shit now.
My man.
I know I said I wasn't going to cuss, but you don't just stop at Pringles. You like, man, I want to see what the Lay's is like. I got to see what the Ruffles is like. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be something after the sex. That's not going to keep anybody, man, unless you're just an addict, man. It's got to be something up here. You got to be able to do womanly duties. Yeah.
She found her lane.
That's
and
it.
She's gonna ride this out, man. And she
Right.
doesn't want to make that transition.
Right.
just
She
wanna-
aged out, man.
She just want to keep doing this shit. It's like, you know, next, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna be like, oh, you know, all the dudes who want to get at me, two-way me. You know what I mean? She's stuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but isn't that what life is about? I mean, finding something that you can do that you love and make money at it.
I guess so, man. But it looked like a miserable existence.
Yeah.
I could just, you know what I'm saying? You hear her talk, man. She seems like she's fucking miserable.
Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? How many dudes would be like, you know, really want to wife that up, or that,
Right.
or that kind?
I mean, you saw the movie.
Listen, man. Let me say this.
Man,
You saw the movie.
yeah.
She knocked Mr. Marcus' hat off.
I know, man. I know. Made him tap out. Like, hey, you're doing too much. Yeah, she
That
did.
never came off.
Yeah, she did. And one of those Timbos. But anyway, yeah.
I was gonna say one of them
Yeah,
white
one of them Timbos, man.
Ego, hey, ego
Shout out
is
to Cuddy.
I get you, Tank. I got you, man. Fuck you.
Hey.
But I got you.
But
I
look,
got you.
ego is an MF, man. And you talking about even the names that we dropped. No slight intended towards those names, individuals that had a name.
Right.
Hell no, we saw the movie.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
thought
we did.
process is, yeah, he couldn't handle it, but I can. I can.
Absolutely.
You're right.
She
You are
ain't gonna-
absolutely
She
right.
ain't gonna want to
Do
do
that
that
shit to
ever
me.
again. And who thinks like that?
Yeah.
It's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Real talk.
And
There's
then she
enough vinegar in the world.
Ed
See?
Lover gave her the best promotion. He said, "Man, she made me do the jump back." Oh,
See?
he said, "You
Yeah.
see the movie what Mr.
Yeah.
Marcus did?"
Yeah, he
said,
did that.
"Man,
I was
I
like,
did it
oh,
too."
stop.
Somebody-
I'm
Yeah.
about to stop. What you
Yeah.
doing? You know what I'm saying? I had to tell her, look, quit playing now, damn it. We recording. Stop.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? You're gonna
hey.
fuck up my record.
And cut it. What I'm
I ain't supposed to bust that fast. What you doing? Stop.
and listen,
Oh.
she was messing with Mr. Marcus. She might got something in her mouth she can't get back. But listen, Cuddy, this is what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
This is what I'm saying. You absolutely right.
Like,
You
share,
100
and subscribe.
There
Yes,
you go. You 110% correct. You 110% correct. What I'm simply saying is, just after that, man. You know what I'm saying? And now,
Right.
if that's your MO, where it's just, hey man, you know, I'm just into sex. Okay, cool. But what's gonna keep her? What is it gonna take to keep a person like this? Because this, again, she's a scumbag, not just Bobby. Look what she did to Cool G Rap for years. She said that this cat did this, that, and the 15th.
Right.
And him and his, I forget what his now wife name is. It was like, man, look, we can prove that everything she was saying was a lie.
Right. But don't nobody want to hear that. They want to hear that.
Right. Because it's provocative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was like, we got receipts. She was like, we took care because they got a kid together.
Absolutely.
She was like, we got receipts. She was like, they stayed with us.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We put them on. I mean, she wasn't wanting for anything, but yet she go and flip the script like that. Yeah, just
Yep.
like what Tigger did or whatever. Like,
Yep.
seriously, we took care of your ass. What is wrong with you?
Yep.
But yeah, and she playing her hand, you know, but that's just what it is. And she's saying, and you know what? Honestly, man, there is a lane because you got some little feeble-minded females out here who think that's the way.
Hey man, I mean,
Yeah, man.
monogamy might be dead.
Maybe. When you got this around, yeah, it is because she don't care to play second fiddle. Third, fourth, fifth. She don't, you know what I'm saying? She down
Ain't
for
enough
it.
apple cider vinegar in the world.
See,
Hey,
he promoting that brags. He promoting that
I'm
brags.
just saying, D Wade's son and whatever the fuck's going on there. You know, this girl can be out in the streets doing all kind of foul shit, and
Listen.
we ain't talking about D Wade's son. Yeah,
Cuddy. But Cuddy,
Hey,
but
man.
Cuddy.
D-Wade's
this
son
is
ain't got no
natural.
books.
This is
ain't
natural.
got no
This-
books. Ain't got
Cuddy.
none of that, man.
Right. Cuddy, listen. It's a
We
different
don't go
world
after
from where
children.
we come
We don't
from.
go after children on this one, man. We don't go after
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
we
I'm,
don't do-
I'm,
We,
I'm
yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying.
wrong.
We
My
let's
apologies.
You could go
But-
after the parents, but you
but-
can't go after the kids.
Well,
Well,
let
we
me
did
just say
talk
there are
about that when we
situations
was
like
driving.
that where you have you got trans folks
Yeah.
then switching their gender and then dating each other. It's fucking weird. And we're
Come
sitting here
on.
talking about
Speak on
monogamy.
Yeah.
Speak
Now
on
I'm
it.
just, it's like, you know, everybody likes sex. This girl
It's-
likes it an awful lot, maybe more than most.
Right.
And she made money talking about it, but now we demonizing her as being nasty, disgusting, you know, scumbag. Yeah, she's done some rough out shit too.
No,
I'm not-
I'm not
we're not
demonizing.
demonizing
I'm just
No,
saying,
me
I'm
neither.
like
No.
transitions.
just-
Like this is
Okay,
all
let
you've
me-
been doing since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like,
let me
what the
clear
fuck
this.
else going on?
Right.
You ain't got no crypto,
Right.
nothing going on. I mean,
No. Listen. Hold up, Cuddy. Let me just say this. Ain't nobody demonizing her because she like to have sex. We demonizing her because I'm demonizing her because she's an effing scumbag, right?
Mhm.
She took what was behind closed doors and put it in a book. And her excuse for this is, well, these men use me. No, they didn't.
right.
You thought you was gonna get something else out of the deal, which you knew you wasn't because you dealt with you kept going to the same type of cat, and you knew what it was. Matter of fact, a lot of these cats was married with children, and you went there, and now you back telling the new generation to do that. This ain't about monogamy. This is about promiscuity. That's what she about. Ain't shit about this girl monogamous because when she was married to Eddie Winslow, I'm in love with Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? We demonizing her because of what she do to brothers that tried to help her out, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with who she lay down with. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Eddie Winslow knew who he's getting. He read the books.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen,
read
he
the
ain't no
books and
hero.
And he shook the hands of many men.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
yeah.
He's in that circle.
This is a
Like
lot of
she's known well
Yeah,
around them
well
parts.
known.
And yeah, it's like everybody that dealt with her should have expected it.
Like,
Right.
dude, you go to your man's house and he watching your wife with Mr. Marcus. You know what I mean? Come on, cousin.
hey,
You know, that's when it was out there like that.
What's
hey.
up with him, though? I mean, never mind. That's another show, too.
Yeah, that's another show, man.
That's another show.
We
That's
can talk
another
about
show.
that. Talk about our guys.
It's another show.
Absolutely. All right. What else we got, or is this it?
Oh no, we got one more.
Let's get it.
Man, oh man. Did y'all
I'm
see
moving to
this?
Kentucky.
I bet that. Yeah. Give
Yeah,
us
man.
give us
Good
the
for
lowdown.
Good for him, man.
Holy shit, I spelled superhead wrong.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, niggas. You was high. Super heat. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. She spells superhead
That's
wrong.
all right, baby. That's all right. Auto
God
check.
damn.
Auto correct. That's what got you, brother. That's
Hey,
right.
shit.
It wasn't on
It's
you,
that,
man.
It's that shit.
Yeah, man. It's that ooh wee.
It
We got
was.
him, man.
It was.
You want to run this down for him, man, and let him know that it does pay. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and go after those jokers for disobeying, your wishes.
Yeah, man.
Shit. Yeah, Kentucky man sues employer for throwing him a birthday party, and now they owe him $450,000. So homeboy was in the office and he seen how his boss had been throwing everybody birthday parties, and my man gets panic attacks. And he's like, hey, don't throw me a party. Don't do it. It's gonna throw me for a loop.
Right.
These motherfuckers did it anyway.
And it
He
threw him for a
lost
loop.
his shit. They
Yeah.
threw him for
Panic
a loop.
attack.
He had to spend his whole lunchtime in the car and then end up just leaving work. They end up firing him behind the shit.
Yep.
Because he had a panic
Wow.
attack. So, he had an instance where he told his employer that he had a condition,
Right.
and they did not accommodate him.
Right.
So now the jury has sided with the sued man. Or
And
I
he
mean,
made it known plenty of times not to do it.
But
yeah.
the thing is, you know what I'm saying? If anything, that's saving the company money.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, what the fuck was y'all thinking? If he told y'all he got an issue with it, man. I mean, it could be religious, it could be whatever. You just don't do shit like that.
Think about it,
Especially
Mr. Coppola.
if there's a full disclosure,
Think about it, Mr. Coppola. Do you
What's
think
up?
any boss want to be told what to do?
No.
Know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they're just gonna do it just because, like, well, we're gonna make you have a good time. And it's like, dude, I cannot have a good time around people I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we will never ever celebrate my birthday outside this place. Why the hell would I celebrate it with you inside this place?
Right. And I'm
That's
telling
my personal, space, and my time. You don't do that shit.
And I'm telling you, I got a medical condition.
Exactly.
And you couldn't accept that?
Wow. Good. I'm glad they dinged him for $450. $450.
Good.
Nice little nest egg.
Man, I mean this, but you know what, man? I think we started a good conversation when we talked about the Jason's Deli.
Yeah.
when the guy was saying, if you want $15, you better do what the best do, the boss do. And I think the premise of the conversation, when we boiled it down, was, hey man, where's the respect for the workers at? And this is the same thing. Man is saying, hey, I got a medical condition. I appreciate it, but please don't do this.
Skip me, please.
Right.
Skip me.
Most of these people who have conditions like that have certain routines to help them not act out and have these panic attacks. Might be a different route home every day. Might be going to the grocery store at a certain time. Might be going to the gym at a certain time to make sure it's less people there. You know what I'm saying?
It's certain social settings or whatever. Any birthday party can make a person who has, that type of fear uncomfortable or whatever. Like, I don't enjoy the loudness, the clapping, the celebration. Any of that stuff makes the person uncomfortable. I get that. You know what I mean? Like you said, just be mindful of it, man.
Let me say something. Who got some issues like that? And I'm not going to say I have panic attacks, but listen, I don't like to go places with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't, because you know what? I don't want people. I don't know. Look, man, don't talk to me. I don't know you. Don't ask me questions like what you do for a living. I understand it's a common thing. It's none of your business. I don't like. Listen. Look. When I was doing stand up, I would kill a room. The time I killed it, it's 2 amazing bits I had. This one time I really killed it. I always left out. I never would sit in there, and I would go sit at the bar and drink an energy drink before and after. Sometimes I was sitting there to listen to the other comedians, to support them, but I always sat away from everybody. And people would come out. I would talk to people after that, people who were in the audience. Hey, man, you did a wonderful job. Don't ever stop. But everybody is not comfortable with the loudness, the sounds, all the stimulation, man. Like you made a good point, Mr. Cover or the Cuddy. You don't even like half these people.
Mm-hmm. And now I got to force the conversation.
Right.
That makes me even more uncomfortable because I got to think of more shit that I don't mean.
Yeah. And I'm running out of words.
It's real easy with somebody you don't like. It's real easy, to get to. So
he deals with anxiety disorder, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so from experience, that it's not really fear-based. It's the unpredictability of the surroundings, right?
Not being able to control
and knowing but listen, but knowing what you will do.
There you go.
And not knowing what other people will do.
Like
knowing that if this motherfucker keeps talking to me, I'm gonna spaz all the way out.
And
it's gonna seem unmerited. Like the Tyson situation, for example.
Yeah.
I've told you. Could you stop? Why do you even feel comfortable throwing a bottle at me, sir?
Right.
Sir, are we friends? Do we go back to high school or something? Do I know you? And then the other people don't know how to snap you back. They don't know how to. Like for me, when I was growing up, I didn't realize I even had it. My dad's voice was the only one I could hear.
See,
when I was ziggity boom, if my dad said, "Just,"
there it is. Yeah,
come on over here with me. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? It was like fuel.
Like I said, you run.
Fuel.
People don't understand how
fuel.
They are. Folks run out of they go to work with X amount of fucks to give.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And sometimes they running on empty by noon.
True.
You know what I mean? Because somebody done bent their ear for way too long for somebody, that you have nothing in common with, but yet they want to, chop it up to the fullest. And it's like, dude, stop. Like, because like Drizzy said, you know what I'm saying? I may not be able to turn it. Nobody's going to be able to snap me back. Once I take it there, everybody's like, well, what the fuck happened? It was like, dude, I tried on so many occasions to tell you just go on about your business, but yet you kept pushing.
Try to walk away.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. Change the subject. Call somebody else over.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. I went ziggity boop in the red room. I still like to hang with the fellas, but it's like when you got those people that you care about with you, you can tolerate a situation because you know that you can be around those people. They're gonna put a shield up around you. Shout out to our brother, Beat Down Brown, because he snapped me back one night. Not that I was about to go violent on anybody, but we were in the red room. I don't know if it was some feedback or something through the speaker, but I lost my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I started moving. You ever see a pinball? I'm holding my ears like Rain Man, like they're almost in tears, kind of like down, like I'm moving around. He like, and it was, hey, forget nicknames right now. It was Clinton who turned and looked like, yo, even went to the DJ because I think it was like the later part. He was like, hey man, my man is dealing with this.
Clinton, certain music can trigger that shit, man. Yeah.
It wasn't that. Clint reeled me back in a few times on a lot of things, man. Shout out to that brother for that. Hey man, it was the Cuddy. Many a nights he saved me, man. Look, a lot of my drinking nights, man. I did that with him because I didn't want to go sit in front of a bunch of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this man deserved every penny of that $450,000, especially when you tell somebody what he said.
Definitely.
His saying don't throw a party was the equivalent of saying, look, don't F with me. Please just leave me alone.
Right.
I got this issue and I might be going through some other things as well.
So please just fall back. Fall back.
There you go.
For the sake of everybody's safety, including my own and yours.
Right.
You need to fall back. I gave you a fair warning. I did. Now I got to sue your ass.
Hey, shout out to my brother-in-law, Goody Good 81. He said that's a perfect example that Tyson's situation was valid in my opinion. I agree with him. This ain't a situation where you could say, hey, Mike was wrong. Mike got a lot of stuff he working with. And there you go. Yeah, he right there. He got a lot of stuff that he working through still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about a man who lost his baby girl. You don't ever come back from the loss of a child. And you got a weenie sitting behind you. Go ahead.
If you were raised and trained to bob and weave, you already on your defense.
There you go.
No matter what, you are a trained fighter. Anybody throw anything at you, bottle, fist,
come on, man.
Anything, man. You on high alert all the time, no matter what.
Ding.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what happened, man. That is the prime example. Fucking with Mike, your ass again, man. Like I said, I'm surprised dude didn't get knocked out. I think if Mike had more leverage, that would have happened. Mind you, he's swinging over a seat. So whatever, man.
Yeah.
That looked like that scene in Black and White when he was whooping on Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Yeah.
He Iron Man all y'all.
Right.
You saying that BS to Mike. Mike put hands on him in that movie.
Fucking funny, man.
Well, gentlemen.
All right, fellas.
What's our wine of the week, Mr. Fonzabelli?
So this is Oak Grove. How about a motherfucking Merlot? I'll be damned. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. How was it?
It was good, man. It was good. Considering I said I wasn't gonna buy one because of that the movie Hangover. Not Hangover, but Sideways. Sideways. We do not drink Merlot. I was like, that
Sideways.
You never seen that?
Oh,
Wine Country. Yeah. My man going for his homeboy's bachelor party. Check it out, man. You get.
I'm gonna check it out.
Sideways.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's
man.
hilarious.
So you understand the joke about the Merlot because the motherfucker was adamant about not drinking Merlot. Period. He was like, "We do not drink Merlot."
Right on.
That's what it is.
Right on.
But gentlemen, thank you. Appreciate you.
Hey,
likewise.
Love y'all, brothers. It's been real.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Peace in the Middle East. See you. Wouldn't want to be.
Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you stayed this fucking long.
Please.
Right.
Please.
Tell some people for the love of the show. Once again, shout out Cat Daddy. DJ OH on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down, Brizz down. Good 81 with that new Raiders show coming soon.
Yeah.
Who else? The man in the myth that explains the man in the myth. Yogi and Train and the quartermaster. Eddie Fonzarelli or Mr. Coppola, as I like to call him. Youngstown's very own 3 PMD with the man in the myth explains the man in the myth. Until next time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
I'm gonna do that shit from now on. That was dope.
What?